Let's talk about something that I simply cannot believe happened and is still currently happening, and that is an incident in New York City. So, last Friday, a 61-year-old bodega worker, he's also the owner, man named Jose Alba, was threatened, menaced, and assaulted by an ex-con. You can go out and find the video, but let me give you how the whole thing started. Austin Simmons, that's the guy who actually threatened the owner, assaulted the owner of a bodega. Now, I'm in Dallas, Texas. We don't have bodegas. So for everybody in the southern part of America that don't have bodegas, let me tell you what it is. A corner store. All right, so I had to make that clear for all my southern folks. New York, y'all have bodegas. Here in the South, we have corner stores. All right, so the bodega owner, the corner store owner, Austin Simmons' girlfriend went to go buy a bag of chips for their daughter. When she went to pay for it with her debit card, declined. All right, so the bodega owner took the chips back. There seemed to be some words exchanged between the mother of the child and Mr. Alba. The whole thing, the whole incident is on video, the entirety of it. Like most corner stores, period, bodegas, corner stores, there is a partition there. So, she couldn't just jump over the counter. But, she leaves. Her boyfriend, Mr. Simon, comes back, goes behind the counter, behind the partition, employees only area. I'm getting all this straight for you. Goes behind the partition and starts to threaten him, get in the man's face. It's a 61-year-old man, bruh. So he gets all in the man's face, does all the intimidating, I'm a big bad man sticking up for my girlfriend type shit. So while he's doing all that, in his workspace, his store, and in this tiny little confined space, Mr. Alba tries to leave, just walk away from the situation. You know what? I'm out. He tries to get past him. And you can see in the video that Mr. Simon doesn't allow him to get past. Physical altercation starts. Old man, young man. I think he's 25 years old. Oh, no, 35. Young man, 35. That's a 26-year difference. He gets all in the man's face. As a 61-year-old man fighting a younger man who's bigger, stronger than him, he does what he does. He grabs a knife from somewhere, and he stabs Mr. Simon 5 times. Now, during the altercation between Mr. Simon and Mr. Alba, the girlfriend stabs Mr. Alba. I think it was twice in both arms. I'll say again, she incited this entire situation. She could have just left the store, 2 peas in the bucket, fuck it, I can't pay for it, baby, I'm sorry, we out. What did she go do? Let me go get my boyfriend. She didn't go get him to come pay for the chips, which would have been a much more reasonable response. No, I've made several podcasts about this. It's the mentality. The mentality is, I'm going to overreact. I'm sure she probably, this is all my assumption at this point, baby, he wouldn't sell me the chips. He took the chips back from the baby. And instead of this jackass finding out, hey man, what's going on? All he had to do, the chips were $1.75. Bruh, just come off $2. Just come off the $2, bruh. So you going to go charge up an old man for running his business? You went to go assault and intimidate an old man over $1.75? If you the boss like that, just give your girl the money, let her go back in and handle that. But now, she went outside, wired you up. You came in like Captain Saberho, charged up an old man, and ta-da, you dead now. I have no sympathy for it because you invited the situation. I'm pissed off because she alive. She started the situation. Yeah, so during the altercation, he stabbed Mr. Simon 5 times. He dies. She stabs the bodega runner, Mr. Alba, twice in each arm from reports, and What happens? They arrest the bodega owner for second-degree murder. I wish that this were a joke. I wish I was kidding. This sounds like a Babylon Bee or the Onion headline. Think about the headline for a minute. Bodega owner defends himself from assailant, gets charged with murder. That is exactly the headline. The bodega owner defended himself and he gets charged with murder. Now, the girlfriend that started this nonsense, that actually stabbed Mr. Alba, got zero charges. Nothing. Not a one charge. She got nothing. I am here to tell you, as a man that has been in a similar situation, it don't work like that down here in Texas. When he was originally arrested, here's the part that kills me. They had that man's bond set for $250,000. $250,000 for, I'm going to say again, they charged the man for defending himself in his store, in his workspace, and then they charged him with $250,000 for defending himself. So let me do a score sheet for you real quick. Who do I hold responsible for this man's death? Number one, his dumbass. My brothers and I have a saying when it comes to crime. You get what you get. When you decide to cross that line, you get what you get. Number two on this list, dumbass girlfriend, inciting ass girlfriend, who wired his stupid ass up to try to go, I don't know, charge up a man over $1.75 instead of giving her $2 goddamn to go pay for something. Let me breathe, let me calm down. She's number two on this list. Number three on this list, City of New York, DA's office. Now you might be asking, well, Tucker, why are you blaming the City of New York's DA's office for this situation? How did they cause his death? The only thing they did was charge the old man with second-degree murder and make his first-time offender's bail incredibly high. I'm going to tell you why. Mr. Austin Simon had been released on state parole following a 2016 conviction for assaulting a police officer and had been previously arrested for robbery and assault. Let me say again, been previously arrested for assault, previously arrested for a robbery, and on parole for assaulting a police officer. 2 cents right here. Anybody that assaults a law enforcement officer needs to be looking at mandatory life in jail. And I sincerely mean that. Because if you assault a cop, if you take a shot at a cop, and they are the people that stand between us and anarchy, the citizens and chaos, if you are willing to attack that blue line, that means you don't give a shit about the average man or woman on these streets. If you attack a member of law enforcement, that means you are not going to hesitate to come after me. So with that said, that's why I hold the New York DA's office culpable for this, because that man should still be behind bars. That man should still be locked up. And looking at that, you are looking at a man who's assaulted a cop, had a previous assault on his record, and robbery on his record. And how did y'all think that what did y'all think he was going to do to a 61-year-old man that pissed him off and insulted his girlfriend? What did y'all think he was going to do to him? Mr. Alba did the right thing. He defended himself, because I'm pretty sure at 61 years old, running a bodega in New York City, you've seen it all. You can look at people and pretty quickly assess the people that are threats and the people that just talk. And when you have a man that is willing to boldly come into your workspace, in your store, threaten you, you're dealing with somebody who doesn't give a damn. You're dealing with somebody that's willing to go all out, so you must go all out to defend yourself. There's additional context to the story as it pertains to the bail, the current state of New York City's DA's office, DA, District Attorney Bragg, who has a long history of being soft on crime. I encourage you all to go, as we do here at Free Mind Thinkers, go research this story for yourself, get all the details on your own. I'm just touching the high points. Read this story for yourself and read the shithole that has become New York City. To Mr. Jose Alba, leave New York City, sir. You seem to be a good, hard-working man, and in Texas, that is appreciated and revered. So come on down south. Cost of living is a lot cheaper here, and I would love to be a patron at your store, sir. But to NYC, the court system, justice system, judicial system in New York City is very lenient on criminals and hard on hardworking citizens. All y'all folks, eat shit and die. That's going to do it for this segment of Free Mind Thinkers. If you like what you heard, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to hear more of it, go ahead, hit the subscribe while you're at it. And please feel free to comment on anything that you hear. And as we always say here at Free Mind Thinkers, listen less, learn more. Don't forget that you can find us on all your social media platforms: Getter, Gab, Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute. And we are podcasts on several media platforms. Make sure you check out full episodes there in the podcast section or wherever you may get your favorite podcasts. Until the next time, y'all stay up.